You ever wonder why your poo is green? Or sometimes even blue? Blue? What the heck? Happened to me once. It was very strange. Thankfully, green stools are completely normal. Relatively speaking. And there's all sorts of things that can cause it. Did you recently have a bone marrow transplant? No? Must be one of the other many reasons then. So let's dive into this bull and get some crappy science. I'm Austin, and this is part 3 of our crappy series here on Azoth University. Let's just cover the most obvious first. It's most likely chlorophyll in your stool. But what's that? Well, it's the part of plants that makes plants green. They use it to absorb all of the energy and sunlight through photosynthesis. Thing is, plants are very picky eaters. The sun gives off all colors, but plants don't like green. So green, instead of getting absorbed into the leaf, gets bounced back out. So to our eyes, we see leaves as green. So if you recently ate more greens than what you're used to, your body isn't capable of digesting all of the chlorophyll perfectly. You should eat vegetables more often, mister, or ma'am. Take this green poo as a sign that you're starting to do the right thing. In this case, you don't have enough healthy gut bacteria to properly digest your vegetables because you don't eat vegetables enough. So take the amount of veggies you just ate and keep eating that amount every day until your poo is brown again. Then awesome! You're doing it right. Notably though, non-green things can cause a green log too, like blueberries, as well as green dye. That's a green thing. That's a very green thing. Also, that's pretty obvious. But also blue and yellow dyes can do the same thing because of just the way the body digests things. It's complicated. So with the obvious out of the way, there are a few other possibilities. Is your environmentally friendly dump accompanied with diarrhea or stomach cramping? If so, then you're looking at bile. In part 2, we talked about how white stool is due to a lack of bile, which as mentioned in part 1, is what makes your poo brown. Bile is yellowish-green by itself, and as it's used up in your intestines, digesting away at fats and fat-soluble vitamins, its pigment changes to brown. But in this process of turning yellowish to brown, there's a green stage. So if something is going on with your gut, causing cramps and diarrhea, then bile is coming out your butt too soon. It's not finished yet. It's green with anger! Anyway, those are the non-super serious reasons you've got yourself a leprechaun. I spent too long trying to come up with that joke. Some more serious reasons now. Did you recently have a bone marrow transplant? Because you could be developing a graft versus host disease, which, while developing, causes all sorts of gastrointestinal issues like diarrhea and green stools. You could have a parasite, or salmonella. Both of those cause your gut to flush out their systems. It's trying to evacuate everything and start over with a clean slate. It's like an emergency butt launch, as I like to put it. And obviously in that situation, you're looking at undigested bile. Crohn's and celiac disease also causes a variety of GI issues, as does IBS, intestinal ulcers, and fissures, or the overuse of laxatives. Anything that makes your body say, hey, this stuff in the intestine, let's get it out of here right now. But if none of the things I've mentioned sound like you, and you've been having green poos for a while now, I'd suggest doing an elimination diet. Long story short, it's removing foods you regularly have and then slowly adding them back in, so you can figure out which one it is. In this case, caffeine, dairy, gluten, carbonated beverages, and super greasy foods. Cut all of them out for a few days until you've got normal poos again, then slowly add them back in every couple of days, one at a time. You'll figure it out. But if you don't, then there could be something more serious going on, so see yourself a doctor. Don't die from butt stuff. Nobody wants to die from butt stuff. Oh, right, I haven't mentioned blue yet. Thankfully, it's super rare and almost a non-issue. High amounts of blue dye passing through too quickly because of diarrhea. I had so much blue Gatorade that day. So much blue Gatorade. Well, that's that. Next time, we'll talk about another color on the poopy rainbow, so be sure to check it out, and never, ever stop improving.